Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to do something a little bit different, but a little bit the same. So it's like kind of like the everywhere and nowhere kind of thing. But I'm going to try something a little bit different. But my guides have informed me that this new group of meditations is going to be called the New Cycle, and it's going to contain a little bit of cards, a little bit of everything. So um, I am also needing my pendulum too. So as I was told, um, so I have that. And oops, where is it? Whoops, here we go. Almost fell on the floor. Here we go. There's my pendulum. So I will be trying this out, and then I will pause the video and then continue, and we'll see what happens. This is just purely experimental, and Nigel has informed me that this should work, so I'm going to take his word for it. This is called the New Cycle, and what it is basically is each day I will be contacted by my guides, and they'll switch off. So I won't just have like a free-for-all like I did during the Metatron meditations. Metatron has informed me that he will be stepping aside so that I can get to know my guides a little bit better. So that is what will happen, and so I'm going to try this out. And today I am working with Nigel, and we'll see what happens. So what I've got so far is day one of the new cycle, and today is February 20th, 2025. So here we go. I wrote it's a new day and I'm feeling fine, thinking of a song. And Nigel says, yes, indeed you are. How does it feel? And I said I was a little bit nervous. I wasn't sure how well this would work. I have become a bit dependent on the challenge and doing that every day. But now that I'm post-challenge, I have a new goal to work towards. I don't know. I don't feel Metatron's energy. And Nigel says, no, he's here. Just keep in mind, he wants you to get to know us better. Today we speak. Tomorrow you can speak with Sunshine. Each day we can try and see if you can do a conversation with each guide. Does that sound like a plan? And I said, well, will this be one-on-one with 21 guides? And Nigel says, no, it will be with the three of us. Tomorrow you will connect with Sunshine, and the next day with Ramon. Each day will be a different thing. This will keep you in tune with us. The energies will continue with you being in contact with others. It will not be so controlled, but it should help. If you require Metatron, then he will interject. But the idea is so that you can get to know us better. If I come in and interrupt you or another guide, it may rob you of something important. I said, okay, Nigel, can we talk about these stories I worked with my friend some 20 years ago? I can't shake the notion that they might hold some importance. I mean, such that it was blathering nonsense, but I still have this feeling that there might have been some nuggets of wisdom there. Nigel says, there were, but as you surmise, there was a good deal of nonsense. Sometimes in a situation of this kind, you can find some good things to draw from the story. When you read your friend's story and translated it into English, you discovered unique verse that you were able to go with. It's not only it's not any surprise that this has inspired you to write a novel about the premise that was depicted in her work. Inspiration comes in many ways. Remember how C.S. Lewis got inspired to write the Narnian Chronicles. He had a vision of a faun walking through a snowy landscape carrying a parcel and an umbrella. An entire universe was created by his pen. It is a similar story with what you and your friend wrote. You can find inspiration all around, but the question is whether or not you use what is given. I said, I get so many ideas, Nigel. It's sometimes hard to figure out which ones I should use. Nigel says, that is why you keep the ideas that might stick with you. Just now you looked out the window and saw a bird flying away from your window. The idea stuck with you. What did you think when you saw the bird? I said I didn't think anything, just felt drawn to it. Nigel says, as I was speaking, a word popped into your mind. What was the word? I said, freedom. I could see that this bird was free. And Nigel says, do you remember the drawings that you did as a child? You would draw a bird that looked like a strange letter M, just a squiggly line. But you knew that it was a bird. Your imagination told you so. You saw the same thing when you looked outside. I said, I remember the drawings I did as a child. I was never any good at drawing. I always thought that it would be neat to be able to draw, but then I drew a picture some years ago. I made the mistake of showing it to someone. Why a mistake? He asks. I said the person looked at it and started telling me all the proportions were wrong and that I had done it wrong. I guess after that I gave up and never of ever drawing anything. I've done only a few little things, but the problem I always seem to have is getting what I see in my mind to a piece of paper. Nigel said, you have a keen mind and focus therefore on description. It is much easier for you to describe a lighthouse than to draw it. That is a gift too. Some people who are great artists could paint a portrait, but if someone asked them to describe them with actual words, they would not be able to. I said, is there a spiritual lesson to that? Nigel says, yes, embrace your talents and abilities. You don't have to go into a deep meditation to see the spirituality in the physical world. When you saw that bird, you felt something. When Ramon instructed you not to watch a video, you felt something. Many years ago, you met a tribal elder. You don't recall the meeting, but you remembered the energy. You felt a connection, even if you could not understand it. Everything that lives has energy. Sometimes even putting your energies into cards or a pendulum has your energies. When you hold any card in your hand, whether it be a tarot card or an oracle card, you are putting your energy into it. When you make your video later, take your favorite deck and pull some cards. Let me guide you as you shuffle the deck, and then listen, and I will help you as you try to read the cards that you pull. I said, will it work? You didn't help me with the rods. No, I didn't help, but this is going to be an exercise in trust. Keep your pendulum nearby, and when you are done, ask me if the cards are well mixed. We will try this experiment together. Once you have done that, pause the video and come back to the notebook. I think you will be surprised. Okay, so this is where we stopped, and he said to pull a deck. And I pulled this deck. I pulled the Cat Tarot, but he told me that I should not use tarot because he said that I don't feel comfortable with it. So I picked a oracle deck. It's one of my favorite decks, and it's my Cat Tarot, Cat Wisdoms. So that's this one. So he said to shuffle it. So here you can see me taking the deck, and I'm shuffling it, and I will see what he says. So I'm just going by his guidance as to how much I should shuffle this. He says keep shuffling. One more poker shuffle, I guess is what it's called. I learned how to do this when I was a kid, and my father-in-law was always amazed that I could shuffle the cards in this style, that I could just take the cards and do that. Okay, let's see if I can do it again here. So, but he said that I should. Okay, he says one last shuffle and then take the card from the top. Okay, so here I'm taking the card from the top. The card says, yes, you can. Tell yourself I can, and do take the first step off the narrow path, and then the rest will guide itself. And it's this picture, this image. I can do anything I set my mind to. Okay, so first I will ask Nigel if that is, okay, here we go. Nigel's ready. Okay, Nigel, show me yes. Okay, thank you, Nigel. Now show me no, please. Show me no, please, Nigel. Okay, he's not into showing me no. Nigel, was this card the right card for me to pick? And he goes straight into yes, it was. Did I translate the card correctly? Again, yes, because the cards are all in German, so I did translate the card in a correct way. Should I pull another card? Okay. He's still going in circles, but it's leaning towards no. There, it's no. Yes, said no. Okay, so thank you, Nigel. And so now I will pause the video and come back and tell you what he said. Okay, I'm back and I've completed the meditation. And what I said before I paused is the card said, yes, you can. Tell yourself that you can and take the first step on the narrow path. The rest will work itself out. Nigel said, and what do you think? Do you think that after all that we spoke about that it was mere chance that you drew that particular card? I know you wanted to pull tarot cards, but you don't yet feel comfortable with that. It is similar to me with your rods. You understand that now, don't you? I said, yes. The funny thing is, the card does coincide with what we were talking about earlier, about my insecurities with drawing. Does that mean that I shouldn't just throw in the towel with regards to tarot or drawing? Is there a message there? Nigel says, yes. If you enjoy those things, then do them. Pull cards and tarot. Use what tools you have. Do not allow other people to tell you what you can or cannot do. These items do have their scientific uses. They have their books and diagrams that explain things. But only you can determine the things you ask, the things you use, or the sense that you get from them. If you would like to have some tries with these things, you can. Follow your own path and use the knowledge you have to interpret things. Just because the science of tarot says X, Y, or Z does not necessarily mean you should dismiss your feelings. Oftentimes, the feelings you have are the whispers of your guides telling you what it means. Part of pulling cards means to listen. Later, we can try it with the tarot if you would like. I said, okay. And he says, you must not be afraid that trust yourself and trust the messages. The angels and guides will not lie to you or deceive you. Not ever. And I said, thank you, Nigel. You really gave me something to think about. And with that, I ended. And I got to thinking about that, that the artwork and the drawing and the tarot, and how often that I've been told, oh, you can't interpret it this way, or you have to interpret it that way, or the drawing is wrong, the idea is wrong, the concept is wrong, it's not scientific, or this, that, and the other. And Nigel has given me that balance, and he says, look, if you enjoy something and you love something, then pursue it if it brings you joy and fulfillment. And if it doesn't bring you joy and fulfillment, then you ask yourself why it is, am I doing this, and what it is that I can do to make it a better thing. I've really found that this is quite interesting, what he suggested me doing, the different days with the different guides, and it gives me a different, more full perspective on how to go forward in the next 21 days. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully this will bring something for me or for you. If not, then in the next cycle, I'll probably go back to the book and see how that works. But for now, I'm going to see how this goes, and maybe there will be some more messages that I can use and some more ideas that I can explore. But thanks to Nigel, I am starting this off on a pretty good footing, and hopefully this will continue. So I wish you a wonderful day, and we'll see how this goes. And I hope that you find some joy in whatever it is you're doing, however it is you're choosing to pursue meditation, and we'll see what happens post hearing guides and angels and the Metatron meditations. So we'll see what happens. going by the seat of my pants here, and I think it'll be fun. So take care, have a wonderful day, and as always, namaste.